What is up, y'all? Today we have a back and triceps workout for you. We are going to run you through every set so that you can follow along. Typically, you will see people generally put biceps with back together for the workout. Me personally, I like to have a little bit more of an antagonistic approach to where I don't want any fatigue for my biceps affecting what I can do for my back. So instead, we're going to pair triceps with our back today. Enough talking, let's get into it. Any workouts that focuses on upper body movements, we always include band pass-throughs for a warm-up. Name of the game is preventing injury, so we really want to warm those shoulders up, get them ready for the set. So 10 to 15. Up next for our warm-up, we have one of my favorite exercises for a back and tricep day. That is a dumbbell Miracle Grow pullover. Compared to a standard pullover where you generally keep your arms pretty straight, this one you're actually going to bend your elbows as much as you can. Almost try to touch that dumbbell to the ground behind you. Get a good stretch in your lats as well as your triceps as you're coming down. In order to perform this, you're going to grab a dumbbell, put your upper back on the bench as best you can. Try to keep those hips sink down. You don't want them driving up just because we want as much stretch on those lats as possible. You're going to get a diamond grip on the dumbbell. Hold it just like this. Bada boom, up top, upper back on the bench. Drop those hips down, and you're just going to let the dumbbell fall behind. Bend those elbows. Try to let the dumbbell touch the ground. Explode up. Aiming for 10 to 15, nice and controlled. All right, up next, we'll go and finish out our warm-up sets with the alternating band pass-throughs. 10 to 15 each side. All right, guys, last set on our warm-ups. We're going back to dumbbell pullovers. Same thing, bump up the weight a little bit, aiming for 10 to 15 reps. Get a deep stretch as far down as you can. Almost try to touch that dumbbell down to the ground. Let's finish up this last warm-up set, then we'll get into working sets. Alrighty guys, first working set, we've got a deficit barbell row. Keys to this exercise, obviously try to get a little elevation so that at the bottom of the rep, you can get a maximum stretch, almost touching the ground, up and rowing to about where your belly button is, okay? So we're gonna come down here, good stretch, squeeze those lats as you row into your belly button, nice and controlled on the way down. Throughout the entire rep, really try to brace your core and keep your back as straight as possible, almost over accentuating, sticking out your butt here. As you come down, row, straight to the belly button. Good stretch, row, straight to the belly button. Aiming for 8 to 12 reps, so let's get into it. We are gonna superset that with our first tricep exercise, which is gonna be a cable, overhead, and tricep extension. I always prefer to start any tricep workout with getting a good stretching exercise on that long head or the beefy part of your tricep. Feel free to choose whatever attachment is most comfortable for you. I always like using the rope attachment because at the bottom of the exercise, when you get a full stretch, you can almost turn your hands underneath like this. Then as you flex up at the top, you can twist your wrists outward, get that maximum flex on that tricep. Slow and controlled as best you can, aiming for 8 to 12 reps. Take about a minute or two rest, then straight back to deficit barbell rows. We're going to do 2 more rounds of this superset. Let's get it. Last round of this superset. Bump up the weight a little bit. Let's have a little fun. Push yourself. Up next for back, we have classic pull-up. We're going to end up doing 3 sets of this. So how I like to set up my sets personally is starting out with the hardest grip, which is a wide grip. Second set, I'll move my hands in a little bit closer to shoulder width. Third set, I will switch to underhand or a chin up. Still aiming for 8 to 12 reps. Let's get into it. Try to be as strict as you can with your reps on pull-ups, getting a full stretch at the bottom. We don't want to miss out on any of the benefits of this exercise. If you struggle doing pull-ups or you're a little gassed from our barbell rows, try to find an assisted pull-up machine, or a variation you can do. You can either put a barbell in a rack, or for us, we're going to use these handles. We're going to do body weight rows variation of a pull-up, to where you're sitting down, you have a little assistance from your feet on the ground. You can be here, pull up, pull up, back down to your butt. There's a great variation in the build-up to be able to get to be doing pull-ups on your own. For triceps, one of my favorite supersets is going straight from a pull-up into a dip. Pulling yourself up, pushing yourself up. It's perfect antagonistic exercises to each other. When you're trying to focus on triceps for your dips, I always prefer to find parallel bars as opposed to bars that have a taper to it, because as soon as your wrists start to angle out like this, your elbows tend to flare a little bit and it starts to target a little bit more of your chest, not as much of the triceps that we want to get. So on parallel bars here, as best you can, pull your shoulders back and try to focus on sending your elbows backwards. You'll really focus on hitting that tricep as much as possible. Same thing, aiming for 8 to 12 reps, nice and controlled. Add weight if you need to with a belt. Two more rounds of the superset, switching to shoulder width grip on pull-ups. Up next for back, we have a straight arm cable pullover. Keys to doing this exercise: one, you want a little bit longer rope. We have our 4-foot rope here. As you go, you want a full stretch at the top with your body almost parallel to the ground. Boom, get a full stretch on those lats. And then with straight arms, as you pull down, start to bring your chest up as much as you can, squeezing that back as you come down with straight arms, squeezing those lats down. Boom. General rotation up, squeeze, chest down, full stretch on the lats. Aim for 8 to 12 controlled reps. Next, we're going to superset cable pullovers with the easy bar skull crusher. Big focus on these, a staple for your triceps. When you come up to the top, try not to keep your arms perpendicular to the ground. If anything, keep them back slightly, just so you are always keeping your load on your triceps. Because the second you get up here, a lot of people tend to rest, and it takes a lot of tension from the muscle we're trying to target. So this is the point that you come back to after every rep. You're going to come down just behind your head, good stretch. Flex on the way up, boom, right there. Down, good stretch. Flex on the way up, keep that angle. Not here, here. That's our ending and starting point. Flex, stretch. Slow and controlled, aiming for that 8 to 12. Only 2 rounds of this superset, back to cable pullovers. This is our last set on triceps for this workout, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna do a standard 8 to 12 rep eccentric set of your skull crushers, going straight into a close grip bench press for failure. Really blow up those triceps, finish the workout strong, get a good pump in those arms. So well, guys, that is the end of the working sets of our back and tricep routine, but we are not done yet. We always like to throw some kind of core work in at the end of our workouts. Since we focused on back today, we have got 2 back-focused core workouts that you can start to work into your routines. Our first back-focused core exercise is going to be a Renegade Row, where you're going to be holding a push-up position with your 2 dumbbells and doing a row alternating hands pulling to your hips. This is a great variation or replacement for doing a standard plank, just because it takes a lot more core work to be able to hold your body up at 3 points while also trying to row a decently heavy dumbbell straight to your hip. Very important to keep a tight core. This one's going to be a little challenging if you haven't done it before, aiming for about 10 reps on each side. Let's get it. Push yourself. Our second back focus core exercise is going to be a hanging toes to bar. Pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be hanging on a pull-up bar. Bring your toes up to the bar as best you can. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible. Bringing it up, working a lot of your lower core and that grip strength in your back by being able to hold on. So you're going to be here, toes up to the bar, aiming for 10 to 15 reps. Almost done, guys. One more round of those 2 core exercises. Push yourself, finish strong. Almost there. Well, that's the complete workout. Great job if you made it through the whole thing, guys. Hopefully this workout starts to make its way into your rotation, and until next time, peace out. Woo!